Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good morning this morning. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. Good morning, Stephen. Mark. Good to see you, the first one on this morning. Kip made it. And Kip, I don't see, oh, there's Rick. Rick, you let Kip get in here before you did this morning. Good to see everybody this morning. Hope everybody had a restful night last night. I know I did. A little Iron Bean coffee this morning. Do not go gentle. Rage is what I've got in the cup this morning. I'm feeling a little better today, Kip. Thanks for asking. Still, my voice is still kind of rough. Had a little, I don't know if I had a sore throat and had some stuff in my chest, stuff like that, but it feels like it's getting better. Matt, good morning. My long lost brother. Good to see you this morning, Harley. Yeah, Rick, I felt good after that. Felt real good after that. Stephen didn't get to make it to Daytona. Customer service issues in Charlotte. Yeah, sometimes that happens, Stephen. John, good morning. Good morning. For the man stream this morning, John. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Amen. That's appropriate for a Sunday morning. Oh, Raj. Don't poke the bear, Raj. Well, it's good to see all y'all this morning. Let's get this thing started. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Old Snoop, he's still hanging in. He was here for the rant yesterday. Yeah, Mark, we'll get into that in just a minute. That's interesting how that works out. Today is February 17th, 2019. This year's flying right on by. Yeah. Today, right now in South Georgia, it's 56 degrees, high of 74 today. Looks like it's going to be a cloudy day. But no rain. Man, yesterday it was windy, real windy yesterday. Looks like it's going to be a little calmer today. What do I do for a birthday? What you mean, John? So let's talk 35th. When is that, John? That's good, Stephen. Yeah, Raj, I know who rules that roost over there. Miss Darla. Good, Gavin. Good to see you. I guess it's this afternoon where you're at. Good to see you, Gavin. I've been trying to track. I tried to track that old mug yesterday. I have no idea where it's at. Like 3 days ago, it left Miami. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. That mug's been all over the world. It passed already on the 11th. Man, you gotta let me know these things. Yeah, you're probably right. Kit Wilson has it. It's on that island somewhere. 2130. Wow. Mark says we went from 68 Friday to 35 and sleet yesterday. Yeah, this weather's been crazy. It's been like that here too. 70s one day and then 40s the next. That's right. Happy belated birthday. Good job, Rick. Yeah. Hard to track them after they leave the country. Yeah. It's in a plane somewhere is all I know, I guess. All right, so let's get into it. So yesterday, I made a little short, stress-free video yesterday, in case you didn't see it. And you know, I kind of don't like doing videos like that, but sometimes they're just necessary. And it's not that I didn't make that video because people's comments bothered me personally, but it's just the fact that, everybody feels like, whatever they have has to be the best, and to make them feel like they have the best, they've got to knock what everybody else has. I just get tired of that, and it's kind of like watching, and some of y'all might watch them, and if you do, it's okay. I won't fault you for it. But it's kind of like watching CNN or MSNBC a lot, They're only going to tell you what they want you to hear, even if it's not true. And I just don't agree with that. Fake news. So I just wanted to, if the shoe fits, then a lot of people wore it yesterday. And here's the funny thing. I do a video like that, and it's telling the truth, and a lot of people probably were triggered by it. But I have had more comments on that video. Forgive me, but I'm going to click over to another site real quick, so I can't see y'all's comments right now. But I put out that video, and right now that video has 305 views, which isn't a lot, but it has about the most comments of any video that I've done, up to this point, being so early in the video. And not a single one, not a one out of like 52 comments now. So just a while ago, it was 48 comments. Out of 52 comments, I got 42 thumbs up, no thumbs down, and every single comment talks about how they agree with everything that was said, which tells me that there's a lot of people out there that feels exactly the same way, which is why I made the video, because I felt that was the case. But most people don't have the platform to actually say so. So for all of you that felt that way, I was your platform yesterday. Sometimes it just needs to be said. And I tell you this. What bothers me the most is stuff that people say, you know, can't be true. Now, everybody's going to get a product that may not work occasionally. And everybody's going to get a product. It might be a rub. It might be a sauce that you maybe don't like the flavor of. That doesn't mean that rub or sauce is junk or crap. It just means that it doesn't fit your taste. But instead of saying it doesn't fit my taste, some childish adults just degrade it every chance they get with false statements. And that was the case. The conversation the other day that I saw that kind of got under my skin. And again, it's not me personally, but it's just the fact that it's really not true is, when they were talking about Traeger pellets, and the guy was really asking for help. He said he could only get Traeger pellets in his area. So which one should he get, or what was people's thoughts? And one guy, his only reply was junk. Well, frankly, that's a damn lie, because they can't be junk if you have used them like I have used them for the past 2 years, and they've always cooked great food, and I've never had not single issue with them. How could that be? How could two people use the same exact product, and evidently for him, he has had flame out after flame out, and it has just put an acid taste on his food, so on and so forth, and I have great results with it? How could that be? Except for the fact that he's a Chevy guy and can't stand Fords. That's it. That's the bottom line. It has nothing to do with performance. It has nothing to do with taste. He just doesn't like the brand, so it's junk. He's like a 3-year-old. So I felt better after that. Good morning, Rhonda. Good to see you this morning. Matt, I saw a thing the other day. People on the internet say whatever they want nowadays. That's right. Nobody is there to pop them in the mouth. And Matt, you hit it. You hit the nail on the head right there. You hit the nail on the head. People get on these computers and they become keyboard warriors. And you're right. They can say whatever they want to say. And they know that nobody can pop them in the mouth. And there's no repercussions for what they say. And here's the biggest thing, and this is what bothers me. For a company, grill company, pellet company, rub company, sauce company, people can get on the internet and bash their product, non-deserving. And there's no repercussion for it. I mean, basically slander, if you want to call it that. And there's no, what are you going to do? But it's really irresponsible on their part. And if they own a business, I would like to know what their business name is and what they do, so that we could all go on the internet and do the same to them. And then they probably wouldn't do it so much. But you're exactly right. They can, those keyboard warriors can get on that keyboard and type whatever they want and hide behind that screen, and they know nothing nothing's going to happen from it. So that's a great point. Yeah, Roger, you probably do that a lot. You probably do it a lot. Is it not acceptable to have different opinions anymore? Well, that depends, Mark. Evidently, it's okay to have your own opinion as long as you agree with, the other person's views. And there's a difference between having your own opinion and you can state your own opinion in a way that's not derogatory or bashing, you know. Just like yesterday, I'm not a big fan of RecTech. But if you ask me if they put out good grills, I think they do put out good grills. I think they put out great grills. I think they're very well built. I think they're a little overpriced, which is why when you go on their website, 90% of the time their price is slashed and they appear to be on sale. Well, if it's that way 90% of the time, why not just mark it down all the time and have that price? Sorry for my voice. But I think they do put out good products. I just don't like their sales strategy, I guess. For me, it's when you watch one of their ads or something, it's kind of like going to a nice car dealership and, everybody's dressed nicely and they treat you nicely and all that. And you feel like you're not pressured or anything and you have a good experience. And then if you were to go to the used car lot on the corner and some guy walks out with stains on his shirt and maybe smoking a cigar or something, and he just got done eating a chili dog and he's trying to convince you to buy this car by kicking the tires and all that. That's kind of what I feel when I watch their commercials. It just feels kind of like I need to take a bath after I watch one or something. And John, that's a good point. If you hadn't used the product, then just don't say anything. That's kind of what I said, yesterday. But people can't do that. They just can't. That keyboard calls them. And they just have to start typing. And Roger, that's a good point too. A lot of companies do show verified buyer reviews, which is great. And I like those kind of reviews. You can trust those for the most part. But yeah, verified views are better reviews. And too, I know for a fact, because I'm not going to say his name, but one of our participants this morning has actually left a comment on RecTech's pages asking questions and pointing out certain things. And because they didn't like the question and the comment, they were actually deleted and blocked, which is not very transparent. So anyway, that's the rant. I'm glad I got it off my chest. It was stuff that needed to be said. And yeah, okay, well, it was Harley. Harley made a couple of comments and had some questions for RecTech, and because they were not padding, the questions were not padding their ego, suddenly 5 minutes later, they didn't appear anymore on their site and he was blocked. I just don't like that. if I was a company and somebody had something maybe negative to say, I would rather my customer see it and then let my customer see how I responded to it, how I fixed it. That would be more important to me than just acting like it didn't never appear. And, and Harley, I'll tell you, again, y'all know Harley works for Traeger. There was another comment the other night which got me started thinking about doing that video anyway. I'll close these blinds so they're not casting a. But somebody made another comment. And Harley, we've talked about this before. I just wish Traeger would just get out of Costco's. Get out of Costco's, get out of Sam's. And if I was a grill company, my grills would not be sold in Costco's. They wouldn't. Just like Pit Boss going into Walmart's. In my opinion, that lessens the value of your grill when you start selling your grills on Walmart's. That's just my opinion. But a comment was made that a Grilla Grill owner went into a Costco, and there was the Traeger employee, a female Traeger employee, who, if I had to guess, does not cook on a Traeger. And I'm not trying to be sexist at all, but if I had to bet, probably does not grill on a weekly basis on any kind of grill, was in there and I don't like this either. The guy's a grill owner, and he just went up to the Traeger rep and basically baited the Traeger rep by saying, "Hey, what about those Grilla Grills?" And so, according to this guy, and this has not been substantiated, the woman told him that the reason why Grilla Grills were not in stores is because they couldn't find anyone to pick them up. In other words, they were too junky for stores to pick them up and sell them. Well, what bothers me about that is they don't understand that the people that are trying to sell Traeger grills in Costco's, that could be somebody that Traeger picked up off the corner, who is willing to go into Costco's after Costco after Costco and do road shows and to see how many Traegers they can sell out of these box stores, and they're selling for commission. So they're going to say anything that they have to say to sell to feed their family, because they're working off a commission, number one. And number two, these people are just salespeople. They don't care if it's a grill. They don't care if it's a vacuum cleaner. They don't care if it's a set of encyclopedias. These people are not grill people. They probably know more about encyclopedias than they do the grill. And Harley just said it right there. They're brand ambassadors who learn a 60-second pitch for commission only. They are not grill people. They probably don't even know exactly how the grill operates. If they were to tear up, they could not go and fix those grills. So it's kind of a, do they work for Traeger? Yeah, I guess they do. But are they trained professionals that work for Traeger? No, they're not. But in my opinion, that's Traeger's fault. Because if people don't know the product, then I don't want them out there selling them. So that kind of got under my skin a little bit. And so where that conversation went was that everybody that works at Traeger bashes Grilla Grills. And I know that's not true because I'm kin to one of them who will tell you right off the bat, Grilla Grills is a great product. So that's kind of what got under my skin to begin with, you know. Even if you don't like another brand, don't say stuff about it that wasn't true, you know. So that's what got that started. Harley, did you watch my video yesterday? You probably didn't even watch it. He didn't watch it. They were probably selling encyclopedias inside the grill, trying to do that double sale thing. But you know, and here's the other thing, and I said it in my video yesterday. If it were me and I wanted a quality grill and I wanted to, I expected quality, you know, and I'll go back to the car thing. I kind of like to use analogies and, you know, you're not going to get a 2019 Chevy Tahoe Performance from the local corner tote your note lot, car lot. By the same token, you're not going to get a great outstanding grill buying it at a discount store. And for those people that don't do their research, they think because the brand name is on top of the grill that they're all the same. But the grills in those box stores are not the same as the premium version of those grills elsewhere. But they don't understand that. I just think it's a bad deal to sell them in those stores. And here's the thing about it is, a lot of people that I see that buy pellet grills haven't done research, and they don't know how they work and don't know how to use them and don't know how to clean them, don't know that you have to clean them. Harley has had dozens of people tell him that their grill's not working. He goes to check it out and it's full of ash. It's never been cleaned before. Well, I didn't know I had to clean it. Well, where'd you buy your grill, sir? Costco? That's because they don't have Traeger people there to tell you how it operates, how you're supposed to clean it, how you're supposed to maintain it, what to do if something bad happens. They just sell it to you and you're out the door and you're on your own. If you call Costco back and say, hey, this thing ain't working right, do you think Costco is going to send somebody out to your house to fix it? Nope. Can Marines and Army get along? Absolutely. Absolutely. Until you make us angry and then we get 500 yards away and draw a bead on you because we know that the Army guys can't shoot quite that far. Just kidding. Just kidding. So that's the grills. I'm getting off the grills. No more grill talk. On to different things. I got something exciting to show you. Check this out. Check that out. I had this chef's knife made for me this week. 8-inch chef's knife. And the guy that made it for me, I actually teach with. Me and him are really the only males at my school, besides my assistant principal. But he makes knives on the side. And I'd heard he did really good work. And so we talked a little bit, and he said, yeah, man, I can make you one. And so I looked at a couple different designs. And so I pulled a little bit from a couple designs that I liked. And one of the parts that I liked that I wanted included was that little finger rest right there. So that when you put your hand in there, it just kind of fits in there nicely, you know? And I saw that off of one of Harley's knives that he has. But then I also saw, I'm sure all of y'all know who Mo Cason is. He's a big Mo. He's a big barbecue pit master guy. Well, he has his own set of knives now. So I was looking at some of his knives, and he has a 8-inch chef's knife on his website. So I like the look of it, which is kind of like this. But his went straight down right there. So I showed him that knife, but told him I wanted this little piece in here. And it's an olive wood handle. And so he made it. I guess from when I gave him the go ahead to getting it Friday, it was about 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks. And man, razor sharp. But to show you the heftiness of it, and the top of the knife is probably 1/8 inch on the top. Probably can't tell, but it's an 1/8 inch on top. But to show you the heaviness of it, and this knife is the greatest of all time. And all other knives, Rick, are junk. Why? Because this one's mine. So I've got a Pit Barrel Cooker sent me a knife. It's Damascus steel. Beautiful knife, sharp knife. But that knife, I think the total length on that knife is about 15.5 inches long. It's really long. But it's only like 7 or 8 ounces total weight. This thing is 11 ounces, but it's like 3 inches shorter. But it's balanced. You put your finger look at that, right at the end of the handle. And even though the blade is a lot longer than the handle, perfectly balanced. And he blued it. I wanted it dark. I wanted this part dark, but a lighter handle. So we chose the olive wood to go with it. But he can do antler handles, bone handles, a lot of exotic handles, ram, elk, all kind of stuff. He's done all kind of different stuff. Any kind of steel you want, but we just went with 1095 for this knife. But man, I love it. And as y'all can check it out, I actually posted some pictures on Instagram. I think I did on Facebook too, and I tagged him in it. But his page is Maven Cutlery. But I'll put a link to it, and I'll when I include this in some of my videos, I'll talk more about it, put a link with it too. But yeah, Mark, it's really long. That 15.5 is really long. But y'all check him out. Maven Cutlery does excellent stuff. So if y'all would like a knife made And nobody else is going to have a knife exactly like this one, which is why it's the greatest of all time. But if really, check him out. Maybin Cutlery, Maybin, Maybin Cutlery. Whatever kind of design you want, you send it to him. He'll send you a little mock-up back, kind of like on cardboard, kind of showing you how it looks and everything. If you agree with it, fine. If you want to change something, we'll change something. Great job. How do I store knives? That's a good question. And Mark, this is not the correct answer. Well, Rick, you can't have mine because mine is the greatest of all time. I'm thinking about making a knife holder for some of my knives, but I'm kind of like you, Mark. Most of the time I keep them in a drawer, which is not the greatest solution. But I'll be honest with you, most of the time, like this one, and like that pit barrel cooker knife, most of the time it stays out on the counter. It never gets put up because I'll use it and I'll wash it, dry it, and then before I get to put it up, I end up using it again. So most of the time, the knives that I use the most usually stay out on the counter. But I'm thinking about making a knife holder for them. And when I say knife holder, probably what I'm going to do is I've seen a lot of designs where they just, make a square box and it's slanted, and they just put the bamboo skewers in them, pack them in there kind of nice and tight, but where your knife slides right in between them. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. Magnetic strip on the wall would work good too. So, but that's the knife. Y'all check it out. Maybin Cutlery. Does a really good job. Really small, everyday guy, just like we are, no big company or nothing. He's in his backyard in his shop. So that was really cool stuff. I did used to sell cars. But I was an honest car salesman. I mean, look at that. If a customer got a bad deal on a car, I felt bad for weeks. I didn't even take the commission. I don't want the commission. I feel bad for those people. I've helped people make their car payments before. Yeah. Why? Because I was the greatest car salesman of all time. Yeah. Yeah, I did that. I also wrecked that motorcycle. So that's the knife. Now, the biggest news of the day, the website is up and running. JusPiddlinBBQ.com. You can go there right now and get your t-shirts. JusPiddlinBBQ.com. Now, please understand that I am starting extremely small. I think there's only like 27 shirts available in 4 different sizes. Okay? Which means there's only 10 or so per size. But next week I will be putting in an order for the March shirts, which are going to be St. Patty's themed. And I've already done the design. I like it. It's going to be good. It could be the greatest of all time shirt, St. Patty's shirt ever. Yeah, I'm kind of running. I'm kind of beating a dead horse with that goat, ain't I? John, here's the thing. And that's a good point. And I was fixing to address that. The only thing about these shirts, and this is the style shirt. This is the other shirt I was telling you about that I really like this shirt. I like how it feels. I like how the sleeves fit. They don't look like wings. You know what I mean? They fit my arms, you know. But they are a slimmer fitting shirt. So I would recommend whatever size t-shirt that you wear, I would recommend going up a size. That's what I would recommend. And I even put in the description in red, this is a slim fitting shirt, you know, adjust your size accordingly. So, I have let that be known. But John, if you tell me what size you need, I'll on this next batch, I'll order it. No problem at all. John, you must have some big guns. John's got the gun show going. What tickets, John? The length, Matt, is great. The length is really good. I was happy about that because I can't stand a shirt that's short. And these shirts are, I think, 65 poly, 35 cotton or something like that. They're pre-shrunk. They're ring spun. They're a heather color. So there shouldn't be any shrinking going on when you wash them. I think they're going to be a really good shirt. This shirt I love. I've got another shirt that's this same brand that I love. That's why I ordered the brand of those shirts. The only thing I don't like I said, is the size runs probably a half a size smaller. I can wear a large and it's good, but the extra large is just a little more comfortable. So, okay, so let me tell you that. So I'm 5'10", 5'11", depending on the day, depending on if I'm strutting or not, and 205, 206, and I wear the extra large. So let that be. Now I can wear the large. The large is okay, but the extra large is just a little more comfortable. So kind of let that be a guide for you. Okay. But the shirts are here at my home. When you order them, I get an email. It lets me know your address, all that stuff. Me and my wife are going to package them. We're going to mail them from here. I'm going to make sure that it's right and all that stuff. So, Rick, did you order a shirt? Did everything go smoothly? We did it yesterday afternoon. We finally made sure that I had everything right on the website. We did a practice order and everything worked. It's coming, Rick. It's coming. Awesome, guys. But we did a practice test run purchase yesterday. It everything looked like it went through great. I mean, we even did the practice printing out the label and the whole deal just to make sure everything, went through properly. And so you should get an email. I think it's even got my logo on it, which is pretty cool. Thanks for ordering from Jus Piddlin BBQ, all that stuff. I appreciate that, Kip. No, I'm just going through the U.S. Postal Service. I'm printing the labels out here and everything, and then I just take it up there and drop it off. But it really took a lot of time. And Shopify, I'm using Shopify, by the way, and they make it really easy to build your site, but still, if you don't know, you've got to do a lot of searching and looking and YouTube watching to watch other people build their channels to make sure that you didn't leave something out or something. And so, you know, it was, I probably had 25 or 30 hours of sitting in front of this computer, making sure everything was right and adjusting things and all that stuff, making sure the settings were right so everything worked. But, you know, it looks pretty good so far. You know, I mean, obviously the inventory looks really thin, which it is, but, you know, as the months go by and I add a different shirt every month, once we get, you know, multiple shirts in there and stuff like that, and I get my stickers going in there and maybe some koozies or something, or coasters or something like that, I think it'll be pretty good. I'm actually thinking about just going ahead and purchasing like a silhouette cameo or something, a vinyl cutting machine, and just doing my own stickers and stuff like that. Just printing them out here and going that route. So, but this first batch of stickers, I'm having somebody else do them, and we'll see how they turn out. Let me catch up on these. Yeah, no kidding, John. Got my message. Thank you for your order. Appreciate it, Rick. I'm glad that worked out smoothly. I've got to go. John, glad you came by, man. Yeah, go home and get some rest, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. By the way, Daytona's today, if you're a race fan. Matt, you can order one right now. JusPiddlinBBQ.com. And Rick, I'm glad you said that. The shipping part, I kind of stressed over a little bit. But there's two ways of thinking about it, and it's 6 and 1/2 dozen another. It's really the same, you know. I mean, at first I want to just do free shipping. But to do free shipping, but not lose my butt on it, then I have to charge more for the shirts. So it's still the same either way. So I just decided to do a weight type shipping by weight. So like from 0 to 5 pounds is $4 or something. I don't know. But I guess it did it by the weight of it, which is good. But I also put in my parameters, if you order $50 or more, then your shipping's free, which I thought would be a good thing to do, you know. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, shipping's one of those things where, you know, shipping ain't free. That's all I know to say. Jimbo Q, watching from Afghanistan. How about that? Awesome, man. Appreciate what you're doing. God bless you. What am I cooking this week? That's a good question. I don't know if I'm cooking anything today. I don't have anything thought out. But I did get my new butcher's box in, and I got some flat iron steaks. I'm ready to cook those flat iron steaks, see how those turn out. I got a 3.5 pound, half of a boneless pork butt. That might be going in a crock pot. That might be pretty good. What else did I get differently in that box? Oh, I got some filet mignons in there. I might wrap those in bacon and cook those. So I got a few options this week. Yeah, Jimbo Q, you have to check out my brother Harley. Working with Traeger, he's going to be back over in Afghanistan. I didn't know y'all were going back. You don't ever tell me nothing. So anyway, I'm happy with the website. Just ready to get some more product in there, but it is what it is. It's going to take some time. But you guys are the first ones to know that the site is up. I haven't announced it on my channel yet. I haven't announced it on Facebook or anything else yet. I'm probably going to do that after lunch. So you guys get first dibs on the shirts. And then after lunch, it's Katie bar the door. Maybe by this afternoon, there's not any left. But we will see. I appreciate you guys. I really do. And probably every time that I do a new shirt launch, because you guys show up on these live feeds, I'm probably going to announce it on the live feeds first to give you guys the first shot at them. So that'll be pretty cool. How's the fit for women? It's good. Brandy's wearing a medium, which she's a little tiny thing, but I think Dollar's probably a medium, I would think. I started to say what Brandy's height and weight was, but then I thought better of that. That would not be a good idea. Although she's a little thing, I mean, but you still don't do that. Matt, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all's support. Every single person on here. God bless y'all, and I appreciate you 100%. Y'all are awesome. And I know that every channel has great subs, and most of y'all probably exactly. Yeah. I'm glad I caught that. I would have blamed it on Roger if I'd have said it. But I know, most of y'all probably sub to, 10 or 15 more channels. But my subscribers are great. I really appreciate y'all. There you go, Mark. But wait, there's more. Good stuff. All right, so we covered the rant, we covered the knife, we covered the website, and like I say, for you NASCAR fans, Daytona is today. I'll be sitting back watching that. Glad racing is back after college football is gone. I'm not a big basketball fan. I'm not a basketball fan, but I have been watching Tennessee basketball. I'm a Tennessee fan. That's where I was born and well, not raised, but that's where I was born. That's home to me, really. But I like Tennessee athletics, and the boys are ranked number 1 right now, although they lost to Kentucky last night. But I think they'll still be ranked number 1. What size am I wearing? I've got an extra large. I'm kind of a buff dude, though. But I could wear the large, but the extra large is just a tad more comfortable. The extra large isn't as tight right here. The large is a little tight right there. Chandler, good morning. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Stephen, that medium probably be good for you, Stephen. Stephen, you a small dude, ain't you? Yeah, baseball. I was at a high school baseball game yesterday. It was not a how to play baseball type game, if you know what I mean. But I'm glad. So, college football's over with, and then NASCAR's over with. So, there's not a whole lot to watch sports wise. But now NASCAR's back and getting that going. I watched the Xfinity race yesterday and the truck race Friday. That truck race, man. Out of the three, the trucks are the most exciting to watch. I mean, it's a crash up derby, the whole race. I think there might have been 10 trucks left at the end of the race. Raj, hold on, Raj. I have got a medium. Okay. Here's what happened with that, Raj. Yesterday, when we did the practice run purchase, I purchased a medium shirt. Okay. For a practice run to see how everything works, to make sure everything works right. All right. Well, when I made the purchase of the medium shirt, it took the medium shirt out of the inventory, even though I really haven't sold it and shipped it to somebody else, if that makes sense. So all I've got to do, I've still got the medium shirt. All I've got to do is go back in, edit my inventory, and put the medium shirt back in the inventory. So here's what I'll do. Right before I put it back in the inventory, I'll send you a text. I'm about to put it back in the inventory. And then when I put it back in the inventory, you can go in there and buy it. So that's what happened to the mediums. I didn't order but about 3 mediums because I knew they ran small to begin with. And then I really didn't expect that many mediums to sell anyway. And so Brandy got one of the mediums. And then a teacher that I work with got a medium. So there's one left that I test purchased yesterday. So I'll put it back into the inventory and then you can order it. So I'll send you a text right before I put it back in. And doing this small batch too is going to allow me to see what sizes are going to sell the most, what sizes are going to be needed, and that kind of stuff. So I can adjust my orders accordingly off of this a little bit. Yeah, right now they're showing sold out, Stephen. I'll probably have to order five mediums or so for the next batch. We'll see. I'll try to adjust them. Stephen, you could probably wear a large. A large is not like you would think a large is going to be. Matt, thank you, man. I appreciate your order. Now, tomorrow is a holiday, and I haven't looked, but I don't know if the U.S. Postal Service is running tomorrow. I thought about that early or late yesterday afternoon. Go on their website real quick and see if they say anything about that, which they probably don't. Does anybody know if the Postal Service is going to be open tomorrow? Stephen, you might know. As addressed, probably. How much of the rant was triggered by the baseball game incident? Well, really, it was more about the grilling topics. Mike, it's good to see you, by the way. Good morning. Glad you can make it. It was more the grill Facebook stuff, but I've been dealing with that. I coached baseball for about 15 years, So I've seen that year after year. I mean, you know, it's just like in A Few Good Men when he says you can't handle the truth. Some people just can't handle the truth. It's just the way it is. So they're closed. So tomorrow, all right, you guys that just ordered shirts, the U.S. Postal Service is closed tomorrow. But they will probably already be packed today. No, I'll probably pack them tomorrow. That way your email will go out to you tomorrow instead of you getting an email today and then nothing happens for a couple of days. But either way, they'll be mailed on Tuesday. So, hey, and once y'all get them, y'all send me some pictures like y'all did with your mugs. That was pretty cool stuff. And eventually, I'll probably order some more mugs too. That was pretty good. The shipping was terrible on them things though. Whew. Gavin, I don't know if Gavin's still in here, but Gavin, I'm gonna have to apologize to you. But there's not going to be any international shipping anymore. I'm not even going to tell y'all how much it costs to ship that mug to Australia. Whew. That was unbelievable. But I said I was going to send it to him, so I sent it to him. So there's no way I can ship any of this stuff to other countries. No way. I'd have to charge $70 for a t-shirt to make anything on it. It was unbelievable. Try to ship USPS package service should run about $4 to $5 per shirt. Yeah, I think Rick said it was like 3 something. Gavin, I'm going to ask you because I'm curious. Can you tell me how much it costs to send the Vegemite to me? Because I'm curious. I want to see what the shipping was for you if it compares to what the shipping was for me. $3.56 to ship. That's not too bad, I don't think. That coffee's good. Iron Bean Coffee Company. If you hadn't checked them out, go check them out. By the way, they just did some new coffee mugs yesterday. They drove up to the place that makes these mugs for them, and I would say that they are St. Patty's themed mugs. One of them is like green and it blends up into blue, and the other one is like orange and then green and then blue, I think, or something like that. Man, those things are beautiful. What size is that bag? You talking about this coffee bag, Raj? 1 pound, 16 ounces, 454 grams of integrity, which is appropriate for yesterday's rant. That's the size I got for the Rage too. That's what I'm drinking this morning, is Rage Against the Dying of the Light. I love that name. That Rage is off the chain. All up costs $56. But they're more than just the jar of Vegemite in the parcel. Well, Gavin, that's dead on, because all that's in yours is the mug, and it was $55. I about fell out of my chair. But that mug is the greatest of all time coffee mugs. Probably the most expensive ordinary coffee mug in the world. But well worth sending it to the land down under, Gavin. Yeah, can you imagine the shipping on a kangaroo? Have y'all ever seen that muscular kangaroo? I think he just died a while back. His name was Charlie or something like that. Gavin, you know what I'm talking about? That kangaroo was, I mean, he looked like a bodybuilder. So what's everybody cooking today? Anybody cook anything today? Roger, what have you cooked lately on the Silverbac? You ain't even using it, are you? You're not using it. I might do some crawfish. Kip, that sounds good. I've never done crawfish. Tango Joe, frog legs and jalapeno poppers. Tango, how you gonna do the frog legs? I love some frog legs. Golly. Think about it, man. I could eat 5 pounds of them, you know? By the way, all of y'all, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, Tango, but Tango Joe's an outstanding dude. Up there, you're in New Jersey or New York? New York, you're in New York. But he's got Tango Joe Spice Company. If you need some spices, you need to go check out Tango Joe. Great stuff. Great stuff. Joe, I ain't gonna lie to you now. Cut that chicken rib rub. That stuff is good. That thing will burn your tongue a little bit now. I hear you. That's gonna be a good video, and a rare video. You don't ever see videos on frog legs. That's a great idea. Great idea. And my local meat guy down here, he has frog legs. That's a good idea. I may have to piggyback off that pretty soon, Joe, and do some frog legs. What you gonna season them with? Awesome. Yeah, Tango, what you got for like a all-purpose everything blend? What would you recommend? Oh, H-Town. We served in the Marine Corps together, and he's out in Oklahoma now. I think old Tango Joe needs some to be represented out there in Oklahoma. Beer soak. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Loot and booty. Hello from Poland. All the way from Poland. Man, we're going international. Poland. That's amazing. Yeah, I can see the milk. Yeah. Great to have you all the way from Poland. That's amazing. Ohio. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's amazing. I haven't really done the air fryer thing. By the way, Harley, have you used your sous vide yet? Harley got a sous vide. He hadn't used it. I guarantee he hadn't used it. Mark. Hey, Mark. I have not forgotten about Mark's Moinks, okay? And that's going to be one of the next couple videos, cooking videos, that I'm going to do. I haven't forgot about it. It's going to be good. Mark did some moink balls 2 weekends ago now, I think. There we go. And they were the greatest of all time moink balls. Why? Because Mark made them. That's why. Appreciate you stopping by, Mark. I appreciate that. There you go. Tango can give Cosmo a run for his money in Oklahoma. And, you know, I've wanted to try Cosmo stuff. I hadn't got around to it. You know, when you have a channel, I've got a one whole cabinet now that's like my rub cabinet. But like after a while you get some rubs, and there's no reason to buy any more rubs. Although you want to try other people's rubs, there's no reason to try any more rubs. Now that midnight espresso I'm out of, but I've still got the chicken rib rub. I've still got the Cajun rub. And there's one more that I've got in there of Tango Joe's. That midnight espresso is off the chain. Yeah, that stuff is, I love that. Which I love a good coffee rub anyway. I really do. But that stuff is really good. Matthew, good morning. Detroit, Rock City. Who can tell me who sang that song? Got to run. I have to clean grills and pack my truck for the grill demo, the ordeal demo. You ain't gonna clean any grills, man. You say that all the time. I knew Mike would get that. Oh, Matthew, Mike beat you to it. That's awesome, Jimbo. More of a Journey fan. Hey, don't stop believing. All right, Harley. Hey, don't work too hard, man. And listen, if you need some help cleaning those grills, call me and I'll come help you. I'll help you. You know it. Matthew, I appreciate it. Hey, sometimes it just needs to be said, you know. I don't mind being the voice of the people sometimes. Home of Eminem. not too far from where I grew up. Yeah, Harley will be down in Orlando cooking for the Orgill show. It's kind of like a big, whatever, man. I can never get a break from you. Never get a break. Made you feel like you were 20 again. Yeah, I do that sometimes too. And then the next morning, I'm reminded that I'm not 20. He can say the same, I'm sure. I'm sure he probably would say the same, Roger, but it would not be the truth. It would not be the truth. Yeah, I bet they are. How old are you, Matt? Man, it's finna be breakfast time. My stomach's growling. We still need to get together so I can bring you something new to try out. Well, air and opportunity. I mean, Orlando's south. I'm south of you, so I'm indirectly on the way. $35. Oh man. Matthew Hunt, 35. Kip, you're 25? Usually about 3 days before I feel normal after. Yeah, you're right, Matt. Me too. I ain't as young as I once was. I'm as good once as I ever was. This has turned into some kind of music deal. I remember 35 like it was only 22 years ago. Tango, you're not that old. How old are you, Tango? You don't have to say if you don't want to. Are you serious? Tango, you have taken care of yourself, son. You really have. You don't look a day over 40. I'm really surprised by that. I'd have never guessed. Would have never guessed that. I'd been way off. I'd have been way off. About a month or so, I'll be 47. Mike, you 53? I'd have never guessed that. All you guys look mighty young. Man, taking care of yourselves. Of course, I mean, I could say the same thing. I mean, I get accused of being 27 all the time. Yeah, maybe it's the lighting. Yeah. I need to get some more lights. I hear you, Rick. 72 or 71, Rick? You just getting into 47 or getting out of 47? All right, guys, we've been going on about an hour and the topics are slimming down, so we're going to get out of here. But we did cover the rant video I did yesterday. If you didn't see it, you can check it out. Tango, if you didn't see, you might get a good laugh out of it. Anyway, I got carded yesterday purchasing some Bud Light. I hugged the lady. Rick's on the way out of 47. I haven't used Camp Chef pellets. I haven't. Really, I don't even know if I've ever seen Camp Chef pellets around this area. Maybe in Bass Pro they might sell them there, but I don't even remember seeing Camp Chef pellets in my area. Again, y'all have to remember that where I'm at, I'm in a town of like, it might be 3,000 people or so. I mean, it's 25 miles to the nearest Walmart. So I'm limited on what I can get, to be honest with you. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but either I get my pellets from Harley or I get my pellets from, I order them online from Grilla Grills, or, 2 bags of pellets and it's free shipping to my door. So it's pretty convenient that way. Yeah, Rick. Yeah. Bass Pro is selling Traeger and Cabela's here in OKC. Dick Sports webpage. That's good to know for anybody that wants to go that route. I've been wanting to try some B&B pellets, Austin, to be honest with you. I've heard a lot of good things about them. I just haven't tried them, but that might be my next experiment. I don't experiment much. I usually stick to what I like and what's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I wouldn't mind trying a bag of B&B, so I might try one of those. No, the cat's in there somewhere. That joker. Sam, he's asleep on the floor. Yeah, Tango, you can't beat the prime shipping. Can't beat it. And Lumberjack, yeah. And I've heard good things about B&B pellets. No, Stephen, don't do that. I appreciate that, though. I really do. Y'all do enough. Y'all do enough. I just appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, Pit Boss has kind of got their foot in the door in Walmarts and kind of taken over that store as far as grilling stuff goes. Although I will say this, I have gotten a lot of comments asking about that apron that I've got. Hey man, where'd you get that apron, man? That apron's awesome and all that stuff. And if you go on other websites and look at aprons that are very similar to that, those aprons, you're going to pay like, I don't know, they're outrageous, like $80 or something like that, $100 for that apron that's just like that apron I got. Well, let me tell you about that apron real quick, and then we'll get off here. Last year when I went down to help Traeger at that fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club that I helped cook at, I wanted a nice apron, to wear down there, kind of fit in with all the big barbecue guys. Well, I couldn't find one, and it was the day before I was leaving, so, I couldn't order one. Well, I go to Walmart, and it was Pit Boss. They had a bunch of Pit Boss accessories in Walmart, and they had that apron. The problem was that, it's that burlap type, canvas type, Carhartt type material. But it had, the leather pockets, dark leather pockets in the front. But it also had a dark leather thing across the top, but it had their Pit Boss stamp in the middle. And I didn't really want to represent Pit Boss, especially going to cook for Traeger people. So I cut that part off. And I left just the part where I can put my Thermopin in it. But something needed to be there. And I had a military style hat that had the American flag patch on it. So I took that off and had my wife sew the patch on right there in the front, and that's it. And the Apron was like $25, $30. But it looks like $100 aprons that you can find on other websites. So just a tip there, if you're looking for a decent apron that looks more expensive than it is, try that trick out. I love that apron. To be honest with you, I do. Sometimes when I'm not even doing a video, I just walk around with it on. It could be the greatest of all time apron because I purchased it. It's the GOAT of all aprons. B&B is what I have right now. I have to clean the grill next weekend. That's cool, Raj. What kind of flavors? What kind of flavor pellets did you get? You remember? It is the GOAT, Kip. Wow, there's a GOAT emoji. I'm going to have to find that emoji. We're never going to live the GOAT stuff down, are we? Until the next rant video, and then it'll be something else. Competition blend. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that goes. A Walmart exclusive apron. How about that? Does it say GOAT underneath? Jus Piddlin BBQ, the GOAT. Hey, Rick, that is going to be one of the themes. I've already got the theme for next month. Maybe the month after. It's going to be something with a goat. And probably only y'all are going to get it, but that's okay. It says it in the tag. Maybe we need a goat video. I'm not eating goat. Sorry, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. All right, guys, that's going to be about it. We're working on an hour and a half, man. I don't know how time flies like that, but time flies when you're having fun, I guess, with great company. Tango, I can't do the goat, man. Goat cheese is good sometimes, but I can't do the goat. And even sometimes goat cheese, if you get the wrong kind, you know how a goat smells? Sometimes goat cheese has the taste of that smell. Can't do it. All right, guys. So today we covered the rant. We covered the knife. Mabin Cutlery. Check him out on Instagram and Facebook. I teach with the guy. He made the knife for me. Great knife. He does great work. Mabin Cutlery. I tagged him in a link yesterday on Instagram and Facebook, so y'all check him out. If you want to talk to him about something, let him know that I sent you over there. So we talked about that. Talked a little bit about Iron Bean Coffee Company. Y'all check them out if you haven't. And we talked about the website. T-shirts on there for sale, a limited number. JusPiddlinBBQ.com. JusPiddlinBBQ.com. Go get your T-shirts. I'll be the ones mailing them out and putting my hands on them to make sure that they are right. And they are going to be the greatest of all time T-shirts. Because Steven said so. Yeah, Tango, you need to check it out. Need to check it out. Rick, there's only one. There's only one, and it's mine, Rick. There's only one. All right, guys. I appreciate you joining me this morning. It's always great waking up to you guys on Sunday mornings. Enjoy your day. Tango, I want to see that video on those frog legs. I hope they turn out great. Let me know how they turn out. I appreciate you stopping by. I admire you, and I love your channel, man. Appreciate what you do. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll get those shirts. If you order some shirts, I'll get those out. Tomorrow, the United States Postal Service is closed, so they will be mailed Tuesday. So look for the email with the tracking info. And as always, guys, until next time, I'll be piddling.